The album does so many things for both the university and for our worship arts department. For the university, the admissions here buys enough CDs so that every student that's admitted, they send a copy to. And so it says, this is what we're doing here at Asbury University. And when students hear the kind of quality of the songs and the quality of production, it says something about the university. It's been the best thing for the program because it gives our students so many opportunities that they really wouldn't have any other way.
Writing music is different for everybody, but for us, we all come together usually with ideas, about 10 of us, and we will all work together to create something cohesive that ends up being the full album. Songwriting is scary. You don't really know where you're going with it a lot of the time. You start with an idea, and it doesn't feel that special. It feels just like all the other good and bad ideas you had. And then as you work on it, and as you bring it to the team, it starts to become something special.
So I'm in charge of building teams, helping decide who's in the band, helping decide what equipment we're gonna use, helping figure out what our budget's gonna look like, trying to figure out advertising, media, songs, all that. So we recorded The Journey last February, and the next week I was getting texts from people like, hey, I have a really good song idea, or I have a really good concept, or Tom Mangione, hey, I wanna make a studio EP. We really launched in full speed on this year's album, Mountain, in August. So The Journey had just been released, and that's when we started sitting down and figuring out who's gonna be in the band, what do we want our theme to be, what do we want that to look like. And really the theme came out of songwriting. So once we got our teams together in August, the progression was pretty natural that after we had written some songs, we figured out, oh, this is what is on our hearts.
As a production director, I'm kind of overseeing the interplay between the video team that Caleb Dennis is heading up as part of his own independent study, as well as Jared, who's heading up sound, and Aaron, who's doing lights, and just kind of making sure all of those come together and work together great and make sure everyone has what they need for that. Obviously, you just need to start with a team that is all together for a project. That is the number one thing, to start with a great team.
With the album, there obviously has to be artwork for the album cover, but there also are things like set design and tickets and posters and just all the little details that go into the visual appeal. I oversee all of that. So there's a lot of preparation that goes into the album. We started preparing last September, and so the lead team just got together and we thought through just everything that we need to do to prepare. There's just so much more to this album than writing songs that are just Christian songs. We want to say something, but we also want to encourage people and let them know we're in it with them and we're not just some worship arts majors who are trying to be cool.
Right now we're finding sounds as we're building this track up so we can just make this into this epic cinematic thing. As you can hear, it's already sounding pretty cool. We go into here and we got I think I messed up the words of that part. Cool. But right now we're just finding other sounds to add, things that we wouldn't be able to do live, but we can just make it sound super big, and on the album it's just going to sound crazy massive with all of us playing, plus these other sounds that we're triggering live. We've been doing this since Heaven on Earth, and it's been sounding cool, and I'm very excited for how the song is going to turn out.
If I only love you with a blessing, take it all away, till the way you remain. And if I only cry out and fall down, keep me there until I find your promises.
I'm feeling really good about it.
I am feeling so good.
I'm excited. I think the songs came out really, really good.
We write songs, not just generic songs, but they are songs for us. So they're the things that we're wrestling with. They're not all happy songs. They're songs that speak of struggle. They're songs that speak of what we as a community are wrestling with.
So the concept of mountain came from this idea that we believe in a God that's bigger than we understand, and a God that's bigger that we can box in. And so I feel like a lot of times Christians we're told to get to the top, or they talk about mountain peak experiences and valley experiences. And we just figured that that was kind of wrong, that the idea is not to have a good day with God. The idea is not to get out of a bad day with God, but to live with Him and dwell with Him. And this album is about that concept, about what it means to dwell with God and be with Him, no matter what it looks like. So we're really excited for that, to share that with you guys.
Cast my fear into